There's a lot of values that many young people these days get off. Just try to undermine, go off. Values of love, kindness, mercy, respect for others, hard work, and not giving up on others, or just giving a hand on other people, to other people, and making sure everybody's happy in a community. Those values were so great. We used to have those values when we were growing up. We would share something small with other people. Remember those days when we were young and we used to have our buddies, we would share with them and talk to them every day, our friends, and we would share small lindas with them, and they would eat and finish it up, and still they came back and they wanted some more. You remember? We used to have those. And no matter how many times our brother and sister kept coming back to share on that lindas, you kept, getting something small, and you gave that person until you ate it all and you finished it. But somehow the seasons where we get off track, we forget all those values, the values that kept us strong when we were growing up, the values that made community so proud of us, the values that just helped our forefathers and our grandfathers or our mothers or our parents just keep positive and focused and had hope and faith that one day we would be in a better position. Those values. But somehow as we grow up, we forget all of that. You remember in those days when we were growing up, we would be hardworking, and our parents many times stopped us from doing some of the stuff that we used to do. And we cried so hard because daddy and mom stopped us from doing something that we would do every day. But we continued to pull whatever obstacles we had in life. Remember when you were around the age of 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 6. Yeah, we went through so much. And they would stop us, but we continued to pull the log. I remember one day I went in a forest and I pulled that log. It took me many hours. I was little, but I kept pulling and pulling and pulling. We had those ungiving up traits when we were young. And I pulled and pulled until I got out. We did whatever we were doing, even if it was so late for us to be in a darkness and nobody pushed us to get out of that. We used to do those things. We did that. But look at these days. It is the opposite. We give headaches to everybody around us, and community is so disgusted by what we're doing. These days we get so angry, and anything small can upset us these days. And people who are around us, they are so concerned about that. They are wondering what has happened to us. And many times when we were growing up, remember we had a neighbor, and many times we would go play with the neighbor's child. We would go and do stuff. And then the neighbor would chase us away, kick us away. Don't come to play here with my kids. And then we kept going back. And then after a while, they just let us be there. Those traits have gone away. Those persevering traits we had, the not giving up spirit inside of us has gone away. And many times, many young people, our parents are just looking at us and wondering who we have become. And they want to see that person. They want to see their child who they used to carry and speak to in kindergarten. Now you've gotten in secondary, you've even finished institutions, universities, but they don't see the good in you. This generation of not remembering where we've come from is so discouraging. And that's why parents have sent me. And I'm using this example of my nephew, who is a little boy. He's close to 3 years old. And I've just looked in the phone. I had videos of him when he was growing up. He used to do stuff. You remember the times when we were growing up, we used to go with our fathers and parents to the gardens when we were growing up. I remember I used to live with my single mom. We used to have a planting season, a weeding season, and a harvesting season. And I would walk step by step with my mom when we were young. And I watched all those steps happen, unfolding, until we reached the harvesting season. When we were little, all those values were instilled into us. We were so patient. We would patiently wait from planting to weeding and to harvesting season. But look at these days. Every young person, they want quick stuff. They want to steal. They want to just do whatever comes along the way. They don't have a plan that I'm planting today. After 2 weeks, I'll be weeding, and after this, I'll be harvesting. They have no plan like that. They're just impatient. They don't want to put in the cost. If they see somebody, they've achieved something, they want that person to push them to where they want to be. When the person tells them about the price it took them, or maybe somehow how they started, they didn't intentionally plan on ending where they are. The young people these days don't listen to that. They just want you to carry them and put them to where you were, where they see you at, which is not the case. We should go through the process. I'm teaching basic English in Luganda on YouTube, and my students shared a topic that I loved so much, and tonight I'm going to be reading for them. That somebody had a chicken that was laying golden eggs, 1 egg at a time every day. And he got tired of just seeing 1 egg every day. And what he did is to slaughter the chicken so he would get many golden eggs in the chicken. But he lost the income that was coming from the golden eggs stopped coming because he killed the chicken. There was no golden eggs. So many young people these days, we fear to go through the process. And our parents, our grandparents, everybody responsible for us is very concerned about the life we're living. So I hope that this message is dedicated to young people, but anybody. There are many people who are impatient in life, who are going off the values of waiting step by step. Look at a mother who just had a baby and she was patiently waiting from day 1, day 2, changing all the diapers until you got to baby class, middle class, until you reach P7, and now you would, stand on your feet and get going in life. In ourselves, we've gone through those steps. I remember the day I first went to school and they were teaching me how to read and write. I had a pencil. My mom tied my pencil in my neck. And back in the 90s, we used to have those small books and they would cut halfway. And I remember those moments, how the teachers were struggling with me. And that's how life is. Everything we want to achieve in life, that's how it's going to be. Those who are following me on weekend with my running and exercise stuff, it's not going to come in one day. So let's be patient and let's get back to those principles that we've talked about, the principles of kindness, the values of kindness, mercy, long-suffering, perseverance, and helping others, giving a hand to other people. Let's get back to that and let's not get tired. And wake up every day and try something and try something. Finally, it's going to come true. And let's not stress the parents and the people around us who are just being stressed by our actions, something they didn't impart in you, but you're going off that because you're copying and pasting other people's ideas that don't work. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Monday, we're taking back our students, the 15 young people in school that FLEXYHOPE is supporting. If you feel touched, please look in the description and get in touch with us so we can support these young people go in school. And we have a lot of more projects that are coming up. Just follow and let other people know about what you're following. And we'll continue to bring inspiring content here. Thank you so much. I hope to see you on the weekend. Again, I love you, everybody.